Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Union Minister for Tribal Affairs Arjun Munda is on a 3-day visit to Nagaland. Inaugurates various projects. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio says people come to Nagaland to see the rich traditions and unique cultures of the Nagas. Health and Family Welfare Department directs government doctors to refrain from violation of service conduct rules. And Union Health Minister says centre is working towards elimination of malaria and tuberculosis from the country. Now the news in detail. Union Minister for Tribal Affairs Arjun Munda is on a 3-day visit to Nagaland. Munda, who arrived in the state today, inaugurated the Guta Sports Complex in Dimapur. The project is funded by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs and implemented by the Nagaland State Department of Tribal Affairs with the vision to promote sports in the state. The Union Minister also visited the ICAR National Research Centre on Mithun at Metsefema. He met the officials and discussed various factors associated with animal husbandry. Munda appreciated the methods being implemented by the scientists and researchers of the centre to promote self-sustainability and contribute to the economic growth of Nagaland. The Union Minister was accompanied by Nagaland Minister of Higher Education and Tribal Affairs Temchen Imna Along, State Minister Kashiho Sangtam, and Tribal Affairs Department officials. Union Minister for Tribal Affairs Arjun Munda laid the foundation stone of Kohima Village Multipurpose Building in Kohima today. Speaking on the occasion, Munda said, "It is the vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to see the northeastern states at par with the other developed states in India." He said in this regard, the central government is making all-out effort to bring development in all areas of the region so that the people of this region do not feel left behind. Munda expressed delight that Chief Minister Rio and his cabinet ministers, especially the State Tribal Affairs Department, is working along with the Tribal Ministry to ensure the Prime Minister's vision. He asked the Chief Minister to inaugurate the multipurpose hall on time with the quality and desire of the people. He said there are more than 700 tribal communities across the country and 17 tribal communities are in Nagaland. He said these tribal states have similar character and lifestyle with their ethnic identity, tradition, culture and languages. Munda said to bring development, Prime Minister Modi is continuously encouraging and guiding the Union Cabinet members to bring development in the tribal areas. He also called for a new resolution as the country completes 100 years of independence and Nagaland as a tribal state will preserve and conserve its culture, traditions, language, literature and identity. The Union Minister called upon the people to achieve a new identity as tribal state and move ahead towards a new hope for the tribal communities. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio has said that people come to Nagaland to see the rich traditions and unique cultures of the Nagas. The Chief Minister was speaking at a foundation stone laying program of the Kohima Village Multipurpose Building in Kohima today. He expressed pride that the Nagas continue to preserve their traditions, cultures and customary laws, saying that these are what make the Nagas different. Rio emphasized that along with modern buildings and amenities, Naga motifs and Naga designs can be added so that in the near future, Nagaland can become a heritage city. Stating that a multipurpose building is for the benefit of all, Rio hoped that a fund for the project will be used judiciously. The Chief Minister also expressed gratitude to the Union Minister for Tribal Affairs, Arjun Munda, for laying the foundation stone and for his concern for the tribals of the country. Health and Family Welfare Department has directed doctors in government service to refrain from engaging in any activity or communication in violation of the Nagaland Government's Servant Conduct Rules 1968. In an order, the department has cautioned that any violation of the rules will attract disciplinary proceedings against the government servants. The Nagaland Government Servant Conduct Rules 1968 prohibits government servants from broadcasting or publishing or any communication to the press or public utterance of any statement of fact or opinion not connected with the discharge of official duty without prior government sanction. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia has said that the centre is working on a comprehensive plan towards elimination of malaria and tuberculosis from the country. He said the centre has set a target of eliminating malaria from the country by 2030 and making the country TB-free by 2025. Addressing a function organized on the occasion of World Malaria Day in New Delhi today, Dr. Mandavia said that in the days to come, the Health Ministry will launch a comprehensive drive to achieve the goals of eliminating TB and malaria. Speaking about the cases of malaria, the Health Minister informed that the country has registered around 86% decline in malaria cases and around 79% decline in deaths due to malaria since 2015. He called for collective efforts from all the stakeholders to eliminate malaria from the country. He also emphasized on creating awareness among the people about the programs being implemented towards reduction of the vector-borne disease. Dr. Mandavia also informed that the country will soon come out with an indigenous vaccine against malaria. The Information and Broadcasting Ministry has blocked 16 YouTube news channels for spreading disinformation related to the country's national security, foreign relations, and public order. 10 Indian and 6 Pakistan-based YouTube channels have been blocked under Information Technology Rules 2021. The ministry said these YouTube channels were spreading false, unverified information to create panic, incite communal disharmony, and disturb public order in the country. These YouTube channels were having a cumulative viewership of over 68 crore. The Indian YouTube channels which have been blocked include Saini Education Research, Hindi Men Dekho, Arch Day News, SPP News, Defence News 24/7, and Dahafuz-e-Din India, among others. Pakistan-based YouTube channels which have been blocked include Aaj Tak Pakistan, Discover Point, Reality Checks, Kaiser Khan, The Voice of Asia, and Ball Media Ball. Chemicals and Fertilizers Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia has said that healthcare sector in the country is becoming affordable and accessible for everyone due to the relentless efforts of the government. Inaugurating the 7th edition of International Conference on Pharma and Medical Devices sector in New Delhi today, he said the government is working relentlessly to ramp up the health infrastructure, including hospitals, tertiary care centers, and health and wellness centers in the country. Dr. Mandavia said efforts have been made to increase the number of doctors and medical institutions. Unnat Bharat Abhiyan UPA 2.0 has completed 4 years today. On this day in 2018, the UPA 2.0 was launched with a vision of transformational change in rural development processes. Unnat Bharat Abhiyan is a flagship program of the Education Ministry which aims to link the higher education institutions with a set of at least 5 villages so that these institutions can contribute to the economic and social betterment of these village communities using their knowledge base. Its objective is also to engage the faculty and students of higher educational institutions in understanding rural realities. Currently, 748 institutions are participating under the scheme. And now, 20 News, here are the main points again. Union Minister for Tribal Affairs Arjun Munda is on a 3-day visit to Nagaland, inaugurates various projects. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio says people come to Nagaland to see the rich traditions and unique cultures of the Nagas. Health and Family Welfare Department directs government doctors to refrain from violation of service conduct rules. And Union Health Minister says centre is working towards elimination of malaria and tuberculosis from the country. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.